Test, test, test.
CCHA Stormhawks versus New Prague. It's the 30th or 31st today. Saturday, whatever it is. Stormhawks in white, New Prague in dark. Right on, first shot, centered by New Prague, swept away by Winstead in net. Was able to make first save. Shot wide, picked up by Ammon behind the net. He loses it right out front. Shot off the side and off again of Winstead. So the motto was don't take them white, and so far New Prague's got actually 2 to 3 shots. Picked up by Nutter. He skates down into the zone. He's looking for someone, takes a shot right on, and it's going to be covered up by the New Prague goaltender. So Stormhawks able to get a shot off, but they played the first 30 seconds in their own end. You got Nickel, Heinz, Brandt out there along with Thorpe and Dreyer. Lost a little bit. Brandt gets it in the zone. He's going to try and push it through. Can't make it through 3 to 4 of them. Offers a little bit of a hit. Nickel gets it. He has to retreat. Gets it over to Heinz. Heinz bypasses it for Thorpe and dumps it in deep. Behind the net it goes. Brandt's there to chase along with Nickel. Heinz in there as well. Off the boards it goes. Nickel is there. Tries to get it out. Thorpe's going to play it in neutral zone. Played up by Nickel. Nickel has it. He tries to get through. Puck is left. Right there. They got to move the puck a little bit more than that. And Craig comes down, shoots off it to break skate and into the corner. Lindell and to break the defensive pairs. Played off the boards. Heinz gets a piece of it. Shot right on Winstead. Kick save right there. Another shot. And New Prague has come to play a little bit. Little sloppy play. Get the lines back in order. 13:21 on the clock. First period. Again, Stormhawks in white. New Prague in dark. Piece of something. Rotunda out there on the draw. Van's at his side. Rotunda wins the draw. Lindell tries to get it around, doesn't get on it. It's kept in at the point, off the skate and tipped wide of the net. Played by Tabrake. Tabrake gets it, and Olin Van is just able to slap it down. It's going to be icy, and there'll be a draw back in the zone of the blocker side of Webstead. Rotunda again on the draw. See if he wins this draw and they can actually ring it this time. Rotunda wins the draw down low. It's run around this time. Blake Van just not able to tip it. Down low. Puck shoots right back out in front. Sitting right out in front of Webstead. Finally swept away to the corner. Banked off the glass, and it's going to leave the zone. Picked up by Olin Van. Olin Van's going to go. Olin Van takes a big check, but the Stormhawks still don't lose the puck. So it's all worth it. Out to Rotunda. Rotunda's looking, tries to get it to Olin Van down the Blake. Out front to Olin. Can't quite get the stick for the shot. Lindell takes a shot, misses the net. It's going to be played at the point by Tabrake, who tries to keep it in and is successful before it's chipped out into the neutral zone. They regroup. They get it over to Olin Van. Olin Van's going to dump it into the corner and chase. Nutter's there. It comes out right to the slot. Clava gets it, takes a shot right on. Was at an odd angle, didn't get a super good shot on it. Clava plays the puck. Avon to Zeltinger. Zeltinger gets it picked. The Fred comes right through in the slot, shot, and there's going to be a penalty on the Stormhawks for hooking, I believe. And Zeltinger's going to the box on a hook at 11:45. Little sloppy play here and there. 2-minute power play for New Prague. Face-off will be inside inside the zone of the glove of Webstead. Nutter and Clava out there along with Thorpe and Abbott. Played a shot, kicked right on off the pipe. First save was the rebound, second one off the pipe. Webstead made the first save great. They got to sweep it away, but Stormhawks get a little lucky with the help of a post. They come down again. Webstead, another save with the stick. Stormhawks getting outshot 7-3 here at this point. Prague plays it deep. Thorpe gets it, just assists it around the perimeter. Back to the point. Shot tipped wide of the net. And it's going to be banked off the glass and not out of the zone. Controlled by Abbott. He's going to work it up. Still can't get it out. And they just got to get it out and get some fresh bodies out there. Finally, it leaves the zone. One's able to get off. Nutter replaced by McNabb. McNabb takes the body by Abbott. Abbott goes right across the middle. That could have been intercepted. And they finally get it out of the zone. Nickel is there. He's going to get dragged down. There's a pet. No penalty there. Guy grabbed him by the arm, it looked like. Played into the corner. McNabb has it. He's going to try and keep it deep. 38 seconds remaining on the power play opportunity for New Prague as they trying to get it out of their zone and into the Stormhawk zone. They missed the pass, played by Dreyer. Dreyer chips it to the middle, to Nickel. Nickel tries to bank it off the boards, can't get it in deep. New Prague gets it through. Can't get by Dreyer, off Nickel. Nickel plays it off the board, it's a one-on-one. Nickel comes through, makes a nice move through. He gets hooked a little bit, no call there. He gets the shot and one save. It'll be a face-off inside the zone. .9:50 to go, 5 seconds on the penalty kill. Nickel wins the draw. It's pushed out to the neutral zone where Dreyer has it. And that's going to complete the power play opportunity for New Prague as it's pushed into the neutral zone and dumped down where Thorpe plays it in the Stormhawk zone. Thorpe controlling the puck, switches directions to Dreyer. Dreyer's going to give it to Nickel. Nickel's going to try and get it through. And he lost it at center ice and pushed back down in the Stormhawk zone. Thorpe has it. Thorpe's going to go far side to Brandt. Oh, it's out of the zone. It's going to be offsides at 9:14. Shots on goal, 7-4 in favor of New Prague. Still the first period. Outside the zone. Rotunda, Blake, and Olin Van. Face-off is controlled. We're going to give that one to New Prague. It just kind of sat there. Everyone skated around it for a little bit. Shot wide of Webstead, off the boards. Lindell gets it. He's going to chip it off the back of Blake Van. Comes to the center slot right there. Shot to break, is able to get a stick reflected over Webstead. Owen Van gets it. He's going to go down the side. He's got a nice poke check by the New Prague defender, and it causes the puck to jump out. And they're going to be offsides as Olin Van was trying to work down the far boards, or the bench side boards. Rotunda wins the draw, clicks it back to Brake. Brake's going to get it over to Blake Van. Blake Van's going to dump it in. Played behind the net. Craig gets it. They try and hit the wing. And it's going to be chipped out to the neutral zone where Brake's going to take it all the way back into the Stormhawk zone. Behind the net, Webstead. Going to take it off the boards. Ooh, Blake Van centers it, intercepted by New Prague. And the Stormhawks got to regroup again. Brake brings it up. He loses it. It's picked up by Olin Van. Olin Van's going to push it in. Blake Van's going to chase. Down low. As New Prague's able to bank it out, they're going to get it to the bench side wing. Played by Zeltinger. Played down low. Abin's there. He's going to bank it off the boards, and Blake Van's going to chip it out. Almost intercepted by McNabb. A lot of neutralized play here for the last couple minutes. Played, stood up, high slot until it's dumped down into the corner. 7:26 as the clock continues to tick. Abin plays it up the boards to Nutter. Nutter's able to get it in deep. McNabb's going to play it in the corner first. Switches directions. The Prague fans on it. Nutter's there to add a little bit of contact. Zeltinger's going to pinch. Played out, not out of the zone, finally out, kicked out into the zone. Well, that could have been an interference call there too. Played along the boards. Kleva gets it, dumps it in, nice and light. McNabb's going to chase. Center right out to Nutter. Nutter shot high the net. Played again. On the boards it goes. And New Prague's just going to ice it. And at 6:29, it'll be a face-off in the Prague zone to the blocker side of the goaltender. Nickel on the draw. Wins the draw back to Thorpe. Thorpe takes a shot and deflected off a skate. Heinz is there. Gets over skate. Kicked out into the neutral zone. Played by Nickel. Nickel has it. He's going to skate it up. Tries to get through. Couple. He's going to be off the goal. They're going to say he's still in the zone. Brant's there. Add some body contact. It's going to be offsides at the blue line at 5:57. Face off outside New Prague zone. On the draw, controlled by New Prague. They go D to D. Yeah, bank it off the boards, hits the wing. He's got Lindell beat a little bit. Lindell's able to catch up, ride him off the board into the boards, and no shot on Webstead, even though he covers it up. Face off to the blocker, glove side of Webstead. Face off won by Stormhawk, just run around. It's going to be deflected by, and they're going to call interference on New Prague. No, they're going to call interference on. They're going to call interference on Van. How? Wow. Okay, I guess it could have gone either way. So the Stormhawks will go down as Olin Van goes to the box. Don't know if I like that call or not. Rotunda wins the draw, rung around, and shot down by Lindell, and they'll get another face-off again to the blocker side of Webstead. Face-off, Rotunda loses the draw this time, controlled by New Prague. They work it to the wing. They have the umbrella, they have one high. They lose it. Played by Blake Van, can't quite get it out of the zone. Stormhawks playing the standard box at this time, controlled by Lindell. He banks off the board, unable to get it out, but Rotunda's there. Stormhawks keeping them to the perimeter. Shot on Webstead. He makes the save. 5:01 remaining in the first period. Kleva and Nutter out there at forwards along with Abin and Zeltinger. Stormhawks win the draw. Zeltinger tries to ring it. Doesn't get much, but gets it to Nutter. Nutter's going to chip it down. It's going to be played by Kleva. Kleva down low. Intercepted by New Prague. They go for the home run. And it missed the New Prague forward. It's going to be icing on New Prague. Minute 9 remaining on the power play advantage for New Prague. Score 0-0. Shots in favor of New Prague, 9-4. Face off, controlled by New Prague as they try and get out. Kept in by Nutter. Nutter's getting a forecheck. New Prague hits their breakout. Comes through. Nutter's able to grab a little bit. Pushes them down. Played by the point. Point takes a shot. Stick saved by Wibstead. Picked up by Kleva. Kleva's going to skate it out. He's got a couple to beat. Gets taken out by the stick as New Prague regroups. New Prague to the wing. They go try and go far side. He loses it. Dreyer misses it. New Prague gains it. Flips it. Right on Wibstead, and he's going to cover up. 19 seconds remain on the power play opportunity. Nickel and McNabb out there at forwards. Draw is won by Nickel. It's rung around by Thorpe. Chipped out by McNabb. No icing. Nickel is there. He wins the race. He goes around the perimeter. Chips it back to Dreyer in the neutral zone, and that's going to finish up the power play opportunity. Shot on Wibstead. Oh, Wibstead just missed it and tried to glove it. Missed it. Played along the boards, back to the point. New Prague takes a shot. Rebound right there out in front. Right in front of Wibstead. Oh, he can't. He tried to grab it, couldn't seal it. And it's going to be iced by Heinz. 3:09 to go in the first. Don't think this is the start they were looking for. Getting outshot 13-4 to New Prague. Inside the zone to Wibstead's glove side. Face off is hit right forward, and Wibstead's going to cover it up. Nickel again on the draw. Face off is gathered by Heinz. Heinz has it, takes a shot right on the goaltender in the crease. And the goaltender is going to be able to cover it up. So it was a quick breakout down the thing, took the shot. Heinz took a long shot. 2:56. Face-off is controlled by New Prague, kept in by Trebek at the point. Finally, he loses the line. They come back, they center it. Unable to handle it is the center. New Prague still has it behind the net. They center it. Stick cleared by Wibstead. Into the corner it goes. Lindell is there along with Nickel. New Prague walks it right out, controls the corner. And they do a nice cycling where Lindell gets a. New Prague tries to center it out once, twice. Right there. It might have gone off the side of the net. Lindell's going to get it. Chips it to Heinz. And the Stormhawks just look like they don't know what they're doing. Finally, it's gained out. Brandt gets it. He's going to chip it out. It's a race. He's going to take it. He's got Heinz with him. And he gets hooked with the stick. And New Prague's going to the box for a hook. Or a hold. Hold, hook. So the Stormhawks will get their first power play opportunity. at 1:54, and they'll finish out the period on the man advantage unless they knock one in here. Olin Van's going to take the draw. Rotunda's get goal side. Blake Van is on the bench side. Got Abbott and Zeltinger at the point. Face off won by Olin Van. Back to the point it goes. Over to Blake Van. Zeltinger's high slot. Van on the side along with Abbott on the other side. Abbott nowhere to go. Dumps it down low. Van is there. He gets pinched off. They got to help him out. Picked up by Rotunda. He has it behind the net. Gained some time. Over to Blake Van. Down low. Over to Olin Van. Olin Van back to Abbott. Higher slot. Shot. Tipped by Blake Van. Just wide. Abbott still has control. Zeltinger. High slot again. Zeltinger can't quite handle it cleanly. Comes across to Abbott. Abbott can't get it. And New Prague's going to clear it up. Oh, they overskated it. Kept in by Olin Van. Olin Van tries to get to Rotunda. He can't hit it. And finally, New Prague's going to bank it down. It's going to be on Webstead. 1 minute remaining in the power play opportunity. Picked up by Blake Van. Blake Van stick handles around a couple. He's going to skate it right in. He's going to dump it in deep. Rung around is going to be kept in by Dreyer. Dreyer loses the edge. Clava misplays it. It goes right to McCrae. He's in right on Webstead. And that's a short-handed goal. It was misplayed by Clava. Left it right for the New Prague guy. He was able to poke it by. And that puts New Prague up 1-0 at 30 seconds left in the first period. Out shooting the Stormhawks 16-6. Clava at center. Still on the power play for the remainder of the period. Clava chases along with McNabb. Played along the boards. The official helps keep that one from being an icing. Played by McNabb. He enters his own. He's a 1-on-3 right now. Fans on the pass. Finally gets it down to Nutter. Nutter gets tripped. He's spun around. Lindell has it on the boards. Down low it goes. And that's going to end the first period with the score 1-0 in favor of New Prague. Second period about to begin. 15 minutes on the clock. Stormhawks down 1-0. Getting outshot 16-6 as they start the second period. Let's see if they regain focus here. Nickel out there with Brandt and Heinz. Played by Brandt. Nickel has it. He's going to look. Tries to hit his point. Going to get it up to Heinz. Heinz is going to chip it in. Can't quite get it. New Prague gets it. Stood up by Lindell. DeBrake has it. He's going to bank along the boards. It's going to be icing, and they're going to come back down into the Stormhawk zone. Face off to the blocker side of Wibstead. 14:35 on the clock. Nickel on the draw. Kicks it up back to the point. They play it to the wing. Not there. Back to the point it comes. Puck is loose. Brandt tries to chip it to Hines. It comes out of the zone. Hines and Nickel are there. Nickel strips it. He gets over to Brandt. Brandt takes shot. Backhand right there. Comes out to Hines. Back to the point. DeBrake gets it. Shot deflected wide. It's going to be held in at the point by Lindell. Dumped down low. Pinched by Brandt. Back out into the neutral zone it comes. DeBrake has it. He's going to go over to Lindell. Lindell misses Nickel as it goes into the zone. Tipped by Brandt. Going to be played by Brandt again. He's going to skate it through. He's going to come right through. Takes a shot high off the blocker and into the corner it goes. And New Prague's going to ice it down. And the Stormhawks just doubled their shots on that. 13:34. 13:34. Stormhawks still down by 1. Face off inside the zone. Rotunda, Blake, and Olin Van out there. Zeltinger and Abbott at the point. Face off won by Rotunda. Doesn't get a lot on it, but they still control. Zeltinger's going to flip it to Olin Van. He misplayed it on the skip. Zeltinger still keeps it in the corner. Blake Van's going to be the first one there. Contact, and the Stormhawks are going to lose the zone. They got to play the puck here a little bit. At some point, they're going to start calling interference. Played down low. New Prague misses it. It's going to be picked up by Abbott. He's got some speed coming. He's going to get over to Olin Van. Olin Van enters. He's got Rotunda going towards the net. Rotunda gets kind of dragged down a little bit. Officials are letting them play. I'm going to wait for the big hit to come here soon. Olin Van gets it kicked by him. Rotunda gets it. He's toe dragging and getting through some guys. He's able to get it deep into the zone, go off for a switch. Played in the neutral zone is Dreyer. Dreyer tries to hit Nutter. It's intercepted. Back to Dreyer it goes. Dreyer tries to get it through. New Prague intercepts, knocks it down low. McNabb's there to chip it out. It's going to go down. Plava chases. He's going to battle with New Prague behind the net. New Prague changes directions. McNabb uses stick, loses it, but keeps New Prague inside the zone. Thorpe able to keep it in at the point. And New Prague catches up. They got one up ahead. They're trying to hit Heinz. Can't quite get it to him. Thorpe has it. Down low. It's going to be played down low. Thorpe's gets it. He's going to go to Dreyer. Dreyer misplays it. Tries to send it out front. Does a nice job of blocking it. Brandt's going to try and get it through. He gets it up to Heinz. Heinz is in all along. He got put in the net. And then New Prague's mistake cost them, as Brandt was able to tip it up enough to Heinz, and Heinz was in all alone on the goaltender, and that ties the game 1-1 at 11:20. Come on, Hawks! So 1-1 at 11:20 of the second period. Played. DeBrake's going to swing at it. He's going to regroup behind the net. He's chased by New Prague. He's got two on him. Heinz is going to get there. He chips it out to Nickel. Nickel tries to get it through. He's going to beat him. Comes through, can't get quite the stick on it. And they're going to call net off as Brant was going towards the net. There'll be a face-off inside the zone. And we got a broken stick. And it's not my kids, so it's all right. Face off inside the goal. Blocker side of the New Prague goaltender. Face off is controlled by the Stormhawks, played by Blake Van, down to Owen Van, who's low. He centers it right out front. Comes back to the point. Down to the corner it goes. Trying to hit Rotunda in the slot. He's able to get a shot. Just was deflected a little bit. And New Prague's going to come out. Avon goes for the big hit. Don't know who won that battle, but he stopped the breakout. Played by Owen Van. Owen Van's going to chip it into the zone. Right to Blake Van. Blake Van's right there. Shot. Was able to get enough of it. And the goaltender just is enough to cover it up and get the freeze puck. Blake Van wants that one back. Intensity's picked up a little bit. Shots still 16-9 in favor of New Prague. Score is 1-1 with 10:24. Clavel wins the draw, gets it to McNabb, back to the point. Avon takes a shot, right on, rebound right there. Swept away to the side. It comes back to the point where Avon plays it. He's going to go down low. Nutter's going to play it in the corner. Maybe. Seems like the Stormhawks are waiting a little bit instead of attacking the puck. Nutter's got a 1-on-2 down there. He takes the guy, he throws him off. Didn't get called for that. And New Prague's able to try and bank it out. They're going to go for the home run, and it's going to be an icing if it's not on net. And at 9:50, there'll be another face-off inside the zone. To the glove side of the New Prague goaltender. Clava tries to go forward. Didn't quite get that like he has before in the past. They go far side to the New Prague. He's right one-on-one on Thorpe. Takes a shot wide of Whipset. Played along the boards. McNabb is there. Puck is jumped. New Prague still has it. Gonna go low behind Webstead. They center it out front, intercepted by Clava. Clava's gonna bank it out, at least out into the neutral zone. He gets it back, but can't enter the New Prague zone. Dyer's got a 1-on-1, takes a shot off his shin pads and into the corner, wide of Webstead. It's gonna be flipped across to McNabb. McNabb's gonna go deep and they're gonna regroup. Dreyer to Thorpe. Thorpe misplays it, centers it right out in front. New Prague grabs it. It's centered right out in front. Dryer's able to sweep it into the corner. New Prague's got some speed. Try to center it right to the slot. It's over to Heinz. Heinz can't get it. It's going to be offsides on New Prague as it was batted at the blue line. 8:48 to go. 1-1 is the score here in the second period. Nickel, Heinz Brandt out there. It's Rake and Lindell. Nickel gets it. Draw is kicked in deep by New Prague. Off the skate of Brandt. Back to Tabrake. Tabrake gets it picked. It's still in the zone. New Prague comes through. Centers across. Shot right on Webstead. And the clearing did not work. New Prague was able to keep it in at the blue line. And then they were able to come in on an odd man rush and was able to beat Webstead with some fancy stick handling right there. That puts New Prague up 2-1 at 8:29. So the momentum has changed a few times in this game. We'll see how the Stormhawks react. Face-off controlled by the Stormhawks. Abbott gets it, chipped in by Heinz. Nicholas there to drive the puck down low, centers it out front. They're going to regroup behind the net. It's going to be flipped out. It's going to be played by Brandt. Brandt breaks it off the boards. It's going to be picked up by Brandt. He drives it down low, played by Nickel. Nickel's going to drive it low. And it's going to be iced by New Prague at 7:53. Shots 18-12 in favor of New Prague. Rotunda out there at center. Takes it, wins the draw back, but it's intercepted by the streaking wing of New Prague. Still in the zone though. Collision along the boards, played by New Prague. They're going to go D to wing. Zeltinger could have laid a smack down there. Played by Owen Van. Owen Van's going to bring it in. He doesn't have much. He went for the centering pass across. Played high off the glass. Rotunda's there to pin the guy up, along with Olin Van. Blake Van. They switched sides on me. Rotunda still has it. Scooped out. Zeltinger's there. Go over to Thorpe. Thorpe goes up to Blake Van, who tips it. Didn't get enough to get it down into the zone. Played by Thorpe. Thorpe's got to regroup a little bit due to the Stormhawks being offsides. Zeltinger goes far side to Olin Van. Olin Van's going to race for it. Makes a good effort. And it comes back all the way down. And Thorpe's going to pick it up. It's not going to be icing if he can spin this real quick. Gets it to Olin Van. Jumps his stick, and that's going to be icing. At 6:41, score is still 2-1 in favor of New Prague. Inside the zone, Clava at center. Draws one by New Prague. Shot right on. Whipstead, nice save. Shot way back out in front. Whipstead save swept away by Thorpe. McNabb goes far side to Nutter. Nutter enters zone. He goes wide. He's able to beat him. Takes the shot. Oh, shoulder save. We're looking for the roll in as Nutter went short side. Face off inside the zone, blocker side. Face off one, controlled by the Stormhawks. Shot pushed deep down behind the net. Nutter's there, backhands it off the back of the net. New Prague's able to break it out, but not clear the zone. McNabb is there. Add some contact. Nutter's there to help as well. It's a 2-on-2 battle. McNabb gets it back to the point. Shot right on. Blocker save. Kick to the corner. Centered right out front. No one's there to get one, and it's going to be icing on New Prague. At 5:52, they'll get another face-off inside the zone. Shots 19-14 in favor of New Prague. Inside New Prague zone, Nicholas there on the draw, wins the draw, gets it over to Lindell. Brandt gets it over to Heinz, or excuse me, to Nickel, and New Prague's able to break it out as they back check. Heinz comes, New Prague comes back 2-on-2, shot off of Lindell's stick, into the corner it goes. Nickel is there. It bounces off behind the net to break has time. Heinz unable to catch up to it. Puck is lost. Comes right out in front. New Prague has it. Shot right on Wimstead. And they called a quick whistle as Wimstead never really had control of it. But the Stormhawks gain a whistle on the quick whistle from the referees. Stormhawks got to break this out. 5:17 remaining in the second, down by 1. Nickel on the draw, loses the draw, back to the point. Heinz is chasing after him. Controlled by Zeltinger. Zeltinger's going to break it off the boards, tries to get it up to Nickel. It's going to be dumped down deep. Someone's got to chase. Down low it goes. Prague banks it back out, dumps it into the Stormhawk zone. Controlled by Nickel. Nickel gets it up to Brandt, tips it, and overskates it. New Prague still enters zone, 3-on-2. They play with it at the blue line and dump down low. Played along the boards, shot off the side of the net. Played on the boards, comes out of the zone. It's going to be picked up by Heinz if he hurries. Thorpe has it at the blue line, and it's played back in by New Prague. Played off the boards, can't control it. Brandt gets it. He's going down, and he's going to dump it in deep. Go for a switch. New Prague's trying to hit the home run. Comes through. He's able to still control it. Takes a shot. Wibstead makes the glove save as he shot from high slot. And at 3:56, it's New Prague still 2, Stormhawks 1. Rotunda wins the draw. Played by Thorpe down low. Dreyer's there. He chips it to Olin Van, or Blake Van. Blake Van's going to chip it out of the zone. But New Prague still controls and kicks it right back behind Webstead. Thorpe, stick handling, lose a little bit of control. They get it to the wing. The wing's making some moves. Hey, finally Thorpe comes in and takes the body, takes that guy stick handling out of the zone. Rotunda gets it. Olin Van was coming out, or Blake Van was coming off the boards. And it's going to be offsides at the blue line. 3:14 of the second. Stormhawks still down by 1. Cleva McNabb Nutter out there. Lindell's going to try and force it in. Plays along the boards. Good effort by him. Still kept in by Lindell. It's finally it pops out of the zone. Lindell gets it back to Nutter. Covers for him over to break to McNabb, who chips it in. Played by Nutter. They're going to call it good. Still in. And finally comes out by New Prague. He's pinned along the boards by 2, and finally New Prague dumps it down behind Wibstead. Into the corner it goes. To break has it. He plays it up to McNabb. McNabb tries to get it to. That's floated along the blue line. Did not enter as New Prague's able to get it. Lindell's able to get it to Nutter. Nutter fans on it. Boy, just some sloppy play. As New Prague has it, high in the slot, he skates right through. Shot right on Wibstead. He's going to cover that up at 2:19. Nice point-blank shot. Wibstead saw it coming in. 23 shots to 14 in favor of New Prague, along with the score 2-1. Face off, kick forward. New Prague has it. He's battling along behind the net. Shot wide of Wibstead. Going to be held pinched by the defenseman. New Prague is there. Keep it in. Shot right on Wibstead. Pumps up. Jumps up to Evan. Can't hit McNabb on the breakout and dump back in again. Nutter's going to get there. He's got a little time. He tries to get a Cleva, and again, New Prague blocks the passing lane. Centers it right out front. Evans there. He's going to get it to McNabb. McNabb bounces it off the boards, and it's going to be icing at 1:41 of the second period. Shots 24-14. New Prague ahead by 10 on the shot clock. Ahead by 1 on the goals for. inside the zone, blocker side of Wibstead. Nickel is on the draw, wins the draw low. Zeltinger's there, he backhands it around Heinz. Heinz is going to get it to Nickel. Nickel can't clear the zone. Heinz tries to do it again, can't get it through. New Prague has it. Finally, it's controlled by Aben. Aben's going to skate it up. He's going to go wide. He gets ridden off, but still has the best opportunity. Out to Brandt. Brandt got a piece. Shot. He's back out into the neutral zone. Zeltinger's there. He's chased by New Prague in front of the net. Controlled by Nickel. Nickel's going to go to Heinz. Heinz is going to chip it. Can't get it deep. Played along the boards. Aben swipes it at one time, twice time. Can't get it. Over to Heinz. Heinz goes deep, tries to send it to Nickel. Can't quite get it. They bat it to the wing. Brandt's there. As the defense goes D to D, it's going to be scooped up. Brandt has it. There's a little move, and it's going to be icing by New Prague as they caught it. 32.8 seconds remaining in the second period. Two to one in favor of New Prague. Rotunda on the draw, puck's just sitting there. Finally, New Prague gets it, tries to chip it out, and it leaves the zone as Thorpe couldn't quite keep it in at the blue line. Rotunda on the draw, played by New Prague. They sweep it right to himself. He comes right through. Boy, they probably got away with a little one there. Thorpe's going to go far side to Olin Van. Olin Van's got to be the first one there. Rotunda has a surge and right up front. Oh, the goalie got a piece of that, skipped it, so Van couldn't get a nice, easy knock in. And New Prague's going to end this period with the lead at 2-1 after 2. right, third period is Stormhawks versus New Prague. Stormhawks down by 1. Getting outshot 24-16. Stormhawks trail 2-1. Face-off kicked into the Stormhawk zone, played by Zeltinger. He reverses directions to McNabb. McNabb's going to get it to Kleva. Kleva can't handle it, overskates it. New Prague brings it back into their zone, played along the boards, and dump down deep, and that's what New Prague I expect from them to do. Just dump, dump, dump. Played by Avon. Avon gets it to McNabb. McNabb's going to hit Nutter on the fly. Nutter comes by, he beats the guy wide, tries to get it in front. Taken down, no call, but it's going to be icing at 14:25. Face off inside the New Prague zone. Nickel, Heinz, Brandt, Thorpe, and Dreyer. Draws one, kick back to Dreyer. Dreyer has it. Gonna get over to Thorpe. Thorpe's gonna take a shot off the pads of the defenders. Played down low. Gonna be pushed back out. Dreyer loses an edge, but keeps it in the zone. Puck seems to be a little sticky. Finally pushed to the far side. They're gonna come through. Brandt adds some body contact. As New Prague dumps it in deep, it bounces right out front. New Prague is there to pick it up. We got a guy in the slot, takes a shot, wide of Webstead. Dreyer's there. Dreyer does some body contact. Thorpe's going to ring it around. Heinz can't quite get to it, and it's pushed down deep. Nickel has it. He's going to get it to Brandt. Brandt's going to go far side to Heinz. Heinz, oh, just can't quite get it. And New Prague comes back into the zone. It's going to be gathered by New Prague. They push it to the center, and New Prague's just going to dump it in. 3 opportunities for New Prague to bring it in. They've dumped it in all 3 times in the third here. So they're going to try and get it out. New Prague gets it, dumps it again. Played off the boards. Blake Van is there to attack. And Prague dumps it in behind Webstead. Played by Thorpe. Thorpe sends it right to the point. Shot off the stick, up high off the glass. Olin Van's there. He tried to get it out. It loses. It gets by. Rotunda's there. Can't quite drive it through. Now he gets it up. And they're going to be off sides as Olin Van needed a longer leg. 12:43 to go in the third. Still down by 1. Outside the zone of New Prague. Kick down into the zone. It's going to be played by Tabrake. He's being chased. He uses the net as a screen. Plays along the boards. Nutter can't handle it. The defense fanned on it. It's going to be played off of the official. Lindell is there. Nutter is going to try and drive it through. He can't get it through. And New Prague still has it down low. Off the side of the net, puck comes out. It's going to bounce out into the neutral zone where New Prague regroups. New Prague, again, dumps it down low. That's all they are playing. They are not playing for anything else but to protect. It's going to be icing on the Stormhawks. (12:01). 16-24. No shots so far this period for the Stormhawks. Face-off is gathered by the defense. Rung around the board to Heinz. Heinz tries to bank it out. Unsuccessful. Dumped down deep again. Played along the boards. Brandt's going to take it. He's going to chip it out. He still has it. He's going down. He gets over to Heinz. Takes a shot. High stick. And New Prague's going to get it. Nice passing play by Brandt over to Heinz. He just couldn't sink it. New Prague played it with a high stick. It'll be a face-off in their zone. As Heinz's shot went off the goaltender, flipped up high, and one of them scooped it with their stick. Nickel on the draw. Zeltinger, Abbott at the point. Face off, kick back to the point. Over to Brandt. Brandt back to Abbott. Abbott takes a shot high, way high of the net. He's got to bring that down. And the Prague's got an easy breakout. Comes through. The Prague gets it in the slot. Back to him. Takes a shot. Misses Winstead. Heinz is able to get it out of the zone, and they're going to kick it back in. 11-22. Still 2-1 in favor of New Prague. Rotunda on the draw, pushing it forward, almost stole by Blake Van. They regroup it point to point. Thorpe loses it. Rotunda's going to get it over to Olin Van. Olin Van's going to race for it. There's going to be a contact. Good job. Rotunda's going to pick it up. Oh, he can't get it quite deep enough as New Prague comes back out into the neutral zone. Played by Thorpe. Thorpe's going to get it to Blake Van. It gets caught in his skates a little bit. He's still able to enter the zone, crosses it to Rotunda. Can't quite get all of it. Thorpe pinches enough to cause disruption. Rotunda's going to get it. He's going to drive it down. And Olin Van's got to take a second. He's really pushing it. And they're not giving anything close. .10:43. On the draw, goes into the New Prague zone. Where center has it, he tries to hit the wing. Intercepted by Olin Van. Played along the boards. Kick back to the point. New Prague's D regroups. Played at the blue line. It's going to be picked up by Olin Van. Olin Van's going to dump it deep. He's going to bounce behind the net. Picked up by Blake Van. He's got Rotunda in the slot. He's taken down. No call. Right to Rotunda. Takes a shot. Oh, the rebound was right there. Blake Van tried to push it in. Rotunda still got him. It's still kept in. They still haven't left the zone yet. The Prague can't get it out. Played by Thorpe. Finally, the Prague's able to get it out and chip it down. And he's got two guys on him. Dreyer's able to drive him out with the body. Thorpe has time, gets it to Blake Van. Blake Van's going to cross it. Olin Van, he's going to hit the nab. Excuse me, that Dreyer shot right on. Rebound right there. Played by Nutter on the boards. This is the forecheck we've been looking for. Nutter has it behind the net. Tries to send it out to McNabb. Can't quite get it. Dreyer's going to keep it in. Shot. Doesn't quite make it to the net. And the Prague's going to have odd man number if they hurry. He fanned on it. And it's going to be icing by New Prague at 9:15. Inside the zone of New Prague, to the glove side of the New Prague goaltender. Clava tries to win the draw forward, can't quite get it. Played by McNabb back to the D, to Lindell. Lindell up to Nutter. Nutter's going to dump it in deep. McNabb's going to chase. McNabb's there to add some. New Prague comes out, they hit their wing. And he's going to dump it right in on Webstead. Behind the net it goes. Tabrake has it. He's going to hit the wing. Up to Clava. Clava's going to come down. He's going to go wide. He's got the guy beat. He's got to take off. New Prague stands him up, and he loses the puck. Played by Nutter. Nutter's going to dump it in deep and go for a switch. In the corner it is. New Prague has it. They hit the wing, and they're trying to skate it out. Again, flipped in by New Prague. Gonna get it to Heinz. Heinz can't handle it cleanly, but he chases. Gonna be picked up by Nickel. Nickel has it, takes a shot. Doesn't make it to the net. Brandt's there, at body contact. Heinz over skates it. He was right in the slot with it. New Prague comes back. 1-on-2 on the defense. Takes a shot at Webstead, kick save. Nickel gets it to Heinz. He's got him beat. Heinz is in all alone. Takes it off the pipe. Push down low to Nickel. Tries hit. He goes high above the net. Back to the point. Evan has it. Takes a shot. Deflected by Prague. They're going to recoup. Evan has it. He's looking. Heinz is there. He's going to go flip it in. Doesn't get it quite deep enough. It's going to be, that one's not going to be icing, but they've let other ones let it jump. Played off the back of that. Heinz is there. He's going to push it up the boards. It's going to leave the zone. Nickel is there. He's going to try and forecheck. They're going to lose it. It's going to be picked up by Thorpe. Thorpe's sliding down. Van centers it right out front. Intercepted by Prague. Lucky there. They still have a guy in the slot, though. Van is there to cause body contact. Nickel's still out there. He's got to be spent. He's got to get off, get it over there. Tries to get it to Van. Inside the D, they don't clear the zone. Blake Van's there. Finally, Rotunda gets into the play after getting out on the ice. Blake Van comes down. Takes a shot off the stick and into the netting. And the shots have gone from 16 to 21 here in the third period. 6:32 remaining. Stormhawks still down by 1. Rotunda on the draw. Draw is controlled by the Stormhawks. Centered it right out front. Stick checked by the goaltender. As they come down onto break, the Prague one-on-one. Break stands him up. It falls down. Shot wide of Webstead. Lindell plays along the boards. Still loose. Lots of slapping at sticks as they go. To break's there, and he's going to chip it down. Icing's going to be weighed off. Rotunda chases. Going to be picked up. Rotunda's got to hurry. Never entered the zone. And Lindell tries to get it to Nutter. Nutter gets it checked off of his stick, and Prague dumps it deep. To break is there to McNabb. McNabb's got Nutter. Can't. Just the passes are behind. Lindell tries to get it. He's going to lose an edge. Takes a shot. Winstead stick checked into the stick shaved out into there. There's going to be ice down the ice. And at 5-20, they wave icing off. Nutter chases. Right out to Kramer in the slot. Takes a shot. He misses the net. He had a point-blank shot. Shot wide. Nutter's there, and he's dragged down. No call there. Wow. Prague has it in the slot. They're able to get it out. He's going to cross it. And that should be icing. He was on the other side of the red line. Played right in front. Oh, McNabb misplays it. Prague's able to get it. Kick saved by Winstead. Heinz is going to go far side to McNabb. McNabb enters the zone. He loses it. And the Stormhawks regroup at neutral zone. Dump down low it goes into the corner. Played by Brant's able to keep it off the shin pads out into the neutral zone. Grabbed by Heinz. Heinz comes in, takes a shot, high of the net. Nickel is there to grab it. Comes in the neutral slot. Avon tries to get it, and they get it. They didn't call that one. Why would they call any penalties? Zeltinger has it. He's going to try to go far side to Nickel. Too long a pass to Brigg. Has it in the slot. Shot there. Heinz is going to be able to maybe grab it. 3:50 remaining. Over to Brandt. Brandt tries to get it to Nickel. And Prague's just cutting off the passing leg. Heinz has got it. He's going to keep it down. Takes a shot. Blocked by the stick of New Prague. In the corner it goes. It's going to be held it. Dump out in the neutral zone. New Prague has it. They're going to skate it through. Dryer's there. Played by Owen Van. He misplayed it. Going to be picked up by Nickel. by Thorpe. Thorpe's going to bank it off the boards. No one's there. And the Prague comes back in 2-on-1. He gets to the guy in the slot, takes a shot, and he banks it in. And that's probably going to be the nail in the coffin after dominating the third period. And that puts the Prague up 3-1 with 3:05 remaining. We'll see what the Stormhawks can do. Rotunda at center, Blake and Owen Van on the sides. Played off the boards, Lindell is there. Out of the zone, they regroup. DeBrake's going to get it, he's going to dump it down low. Takes a funny bounce, going to be Lindell goes to pinch, he misses it, and Prague has it, it's a 2-on-1. DeBrake's able to get a skate in there. Pushes it along the boards, he's going to just pick it back up. It's centered right out in front into Prague, who just dumps it deep. Lindell has it behind the net, and the Prague's just playing defense right now. They got no one forechecking, they got three in the middle. Finally, they send someone down. DeBrake fans on it. It's pushed down low. Lindell banks it off the boards. Comes out to the neutral zone. Nutter chases. And New Prague comes right back into the zone. Takes a shot off the side of the net. New Prague back to the point. Takes a shot right on. Rebound right there. Takes a shot off the side of the net again. Played in the corner, minute 45 remaining in the game. Stormhawks down by 2, right out in the slot. And the Prague just centers it right out front. No defenseman was out there, he was standing there right in the slot, and they just shoot it in. Winstead had no chance at all. Would have been a great save if he would have made it. And that puts the Prague up 4-1. And if it wasn't the nail in the coffin before, it is now. Nickel on the draw. He's going to take the draw himself. He's got to move the puck up. Minute 35, outside the zone again. Face off. Adams going to dump it in. Nickel is going to go. Ramps there. It's played around. Dryer's there. They pull the goalie. They got the extra guy out there. They got to keep it in the zone. They try and get it out. It's a long shot for an ice. Minute 16. They're looking for a miracle, needing 3 goals. With a minute 16 remaining in the third period. McNabb's the extra skater out there. Puck comes out of the zone. Zeltinger can't play it cleanly. Over to Aben. Aben's going to try and hit McNabb. Nichols comes through. McNabb gets it. He's going to skate it through. He still has control. Nichols has it. In the corner it goes. Finally, there's some contact. It's pushed out to the point. Point can't save it. It's going to come all the way down the ice. Aben's going to get it. He's going to shoot it up. Played along the boards, back out into the neutral zone. Played by Heinz. Heinz is going to bring it in wide. Going to take a shot, misses the net. Now it's a strong angle. Zeltinger is able to push it away, gives it right to New Prague, and they're going to put it in the empty net at 27-1 for a 5-1 lead. 27 shots. They've only had 3 shots this period and got 2 goals. I believe it was 24 at the start of the period. So to Prague, this made their season. Thorpe has it, pushes it around. Gonna be played down. Blake Van's gonna go. Blake Van gets it, he's gonna walk it behind the net. Over to side, shot, Dreyer off the side of the net. Prague goes to clear it. Contact in. And that's going to be the game. That's going to be a 5-1 victory for New Prague, out shooting the Stormhawks 27-21.